Hey, good evening, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Start of the Week. It's great to be back, and hope everybody had a really good holiday. I just want to start before we do this. There's a lot of submissions between I think like pre-holidays and post-holidays, and I want to thank everybody for submitting. If I don't get to your submission this week, please do not be discouraged. I will carry it over to next week as well. So there is opportunity there. So please do not be discouraged if you don't see it this week. But that being said, we have five submissions for this week to share, and then I actually have something to show as well. But before we do that, again, if you're interested, SammyThunderCards at gmail.com. You can submit there. So I generally pick about five every week. I just ask that if you submit a card, make sure it is vertical. Like the card is vertically shown. It just makes it easy to kind of drop right into my presentation. That way, it just makes things go a lot quicker. But yeah, send me thundercards at gmail.com. You could reach out there and submit a card that you want to showcase for next week. So why don't we go ahead? We'll jump right into it, and let's jump into the keynote. Let me go back to the first slide. All right, perfect. All right. So John T, who has submitted a number of times, submitted the 1934 Goudey of Lou Gehrig, a very desirable card, probably the card in the set. With my limited knowledge on the Goudeys, I know that for all American League cards, they make it all about Lou Gehrig, providing commentary on the bottom of each card. And I think on the National League, based on this article I'm reading on Cardboard Connection, Chuck Klein is the one that provides commentary. So, but this is a cool card. I mean, the key card, probably, arguably, or one of the more key cards um, in this set, and a phenomenal looking card. 888 total based on the pop report that I saw on Gem Rate. As far as 3.5s go, there are only 23 PSA. This is all just PSA, by the way. 23 with PSA, and then 358 have been graded higher than a 3.5. But the one that John has really just it's a complete knockout, stands out. Really kind of grabs your attention. The registration looks great, and the centering is pretty nice. So, really nice submission, John. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope to see you soon, by the way. Moving on to Rob. Rob, I want to say he submitted before. So Rob, forgive me if you have, and I'm just not registering it, but I believe you have, and if you haven't, welcome. So Rob submitted this really unique piece that I never seen before, and I think it looks really cool. 1939 Cincinnati Reds of Ernie Lombardi. Based on the pop report, I've only seen that there have been 12 with SGC submitted and a pop of 6. A pop report of three cards that are rated a 6, and then there's none higher. So pretty remarkable. It's an awesome feeling to know that you have the highest graded card. But let's not talk about the grade. Let's talk about the card in particular. So based on the set, Jefferson Burdick classified the 1939 and the 40 issue, cataloged it as the W711. Let's see what else it says here. I'm looking at prewarcards.com. Let's see. While these are typically referred to as team-issued cards, they were ordered from Harry Hartman Publishing, who was the likely printer of them. Order forms for Hartman's Cincinnati offices, 606 Greenwood building, were basic in how fans received these cards. An order form purportedly for a 1940 list the set for a price of 15 cents. Incredible. There's different years, 38, 39, and 40. For this particular card, the Lombardi, I mean, it's a great action shot. I love how the colors contrast between Lombardi and the seats behind him, and it's really just I like the look. I like the aesthetic of it as well, with the orange. I guess the border on the bottom showcasing his name and the position. And let's just be real. The centering is magnificent. registration and the centering is magnificent. It shows why this card is done so well with grading. But beautiful card, Rob. Thank you for submitting. Definitely introduced me to a new set as well. So John B submitted arguably one of the most popular sets out there, the 51 Bowman. Obviously, we know this set for it being the home of the rookie cards of Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays. But let's not fool anybody here. The Yogi Berra card is definitely one of the more desirable cards as well. And based on the pop report that we see, there are 605 total with SGC. 30 have been graded at 4.5, and then there are 122 of these out there that are graded higher. In terms of John's card in particular, I mean, I realize, whoop, sorry, I'm messing up. My camera is getting in the way of the name. Let me bring that down. Okay, sorry. So yes, the Yogi Berra. I mean, for this card, like we were talking before about the centering, is absolutely incredible. It's always really nice to find, if you're buying them graded, it's always awesome to find them centered and to have this great registration to it. And it's all, really just a great card as well, with Yogi Berra smiling and the grandstand sign right behind him. I mean, that's classic. Classic. But again, to find it with such great centering and registration on it, it's a win. It's such a win. So, congrats, John. Thank you for submitting this, man. Let me go back here. Moving on. I know I slipped up on the presentation, so forgive me. But here we have Phil submitted this really unique piece. I'm going to bring up this website that gave me that I think it belongs to, but I had difficulty finding information about this. So bear with me. I might need some help from some of you experts out there on these toys. But Phil submitted this really cool 1957 Gardner toys of Mickey Mantle. Again, something I have never seen before. Phil definitely picks out some of the more rare and unique pieces, and this is definitely one of them. This has a pop report of 9 total. 8 of them have been graded authentic, and there's only 1 that has been given a number grade. But let's just talk for a second about Phil's. So, again, action shot, phenomenal. The fun play on his name, as far the font choice for his name, and the play cards on the bottom is just very classic looking. The kind of like the yellow orange backdrop with the kind of like the circular yellowish tone to it, just makes it really stand out. For any avid Mantle fan, I'd imagine that this would be a must-have. Now, I looked online. I'm on Keyman Collectibles, and I saw that this is from the 1950s, my understanding, 57 Mickey Mantle's Grand Slam baseball game. Gardner and Company, 16 by 20, and let's see what it says here. It was one of a number of Mickey Mantle's endorsed games issued by Gardner that year, so I guess this might be coming from a different game, because what I'm looking at has something a little doesn't look like what Phil has. But I guess there was a number of. It sounds like there were a number of games issued by Gardner that year. So, but this is super cool, Phil. I always, again, learning about a new unique item that exists. While I'm not a Mantle collector, I can at least appreciate the greatness to it. So, thank you, Phil. And lastly, John submitted his 1947 to 66 exhibits of Jackie Robinson. I mean, just a classic shot of him here, rounding the bases. Let's see what I have as far as information. So Keyman Collectibles. I wish I don't know enough about the exhibits. I've had people kind of share a little bit about them. My grandfather, when he was younger, would go to the arcades and would put money into a machine, like a dispenser, and it would spit out a card. I want to say those were the exhibits. Like, this is all based in New York City, so like Manhattan. Imagine there were a ton of arcades for kids to go and find these cards. The ones that my grandfather probably picked up were from a different set, but again, just a great, just a great looking card here of Jackie, and found based on the pop report there are 498 total. Um, I forgot to change that A to a 3, so it is supposed to be a 3, and there are a total of 53 threes that exist, and 157 have been graded in a higher number. So this is all with SGC. Again, when you look at this card, it's just incredible shot. Whoever took that photo of him, it's just absolutely remarkable. The Also, what I really love is the bag that they show, like the base as well. Like, you just, when you think of like the bases that we have now versus what they were then, it's just fun to see. So, John, thank you so much for submitting yours as well. I always appreciate what you share, and I believe that is it. So let's go to the showcase of cards now. And so this is my pickup that I got off eBay. I just got it in the mail today, actually, so I'll show it off right now. It is none other than the 1970 action cartridge of Tom Seaver. And, it has the New York Mets right-hand pitching. It's an 8mm film inside that's supposed to kind of help young pitchers, or, to learn how to, like, you can see the stretch, kick and stride, holding runners on base, grips for pitching, fastball curve and changeup, coaching guide included, which has like the same picture of him on like a kind of a black and white, and it's all inside. This is kind of now my understanding is that these were found in like packages that would hang on the rack at stores. So I don't know if this was resealed, or if they also were sold separately. I don't have much information on that, but the box is in phenomenal shape, and inside, I thought it was just the box when I got this off eBay, but inside the cartridge is in there, and I'd imagine the card must be in there as well. You can actually, I don't want to shake it obviously, but you can definitely feel it in there, and yeah, full color. Super 8mm baseball coaching library, and you can see on the back there's all the different players that you can collect. Trying to go in further, but it's not letting you see it. But there's Seaver, Dave McNally, Bill Freehan, Willie McCovey, Kessinger, Beckert, Brooks Robinson, Hank Aaron, Reggie Jackson, Pete Rose, Lou Brock, Willie Davis, and Rod Carew. So I know that Stukes recently got the Willie Davis, and Mangini mentioned that he has the Rod Carew. But yeah, man, Action Films Inc., California. So pretty cool altogether. So that wraps it up now. So let me bring it back to the main frame. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a good start to your week, and we'll definitely catch up soon again. So take care, guys.